today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot.
Michael Badgley.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? On the return, Lynn Bowden. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First possession coming for the Raiders, and at quarterback their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes Reed. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out, the number 6 overall pick back in April from Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
A gain of
ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he gets this one in midfield before he's brought down. A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. Well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran the entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was everywhere.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel.
Herbert's pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Raiders' 40-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And there he goes again. Takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. The Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Bowden now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll find Richard here underneath. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
first and 10, Herbert. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll get this to Eckler. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and...
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Good. Makes the score. Chargers 10. Raiders nothing.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. They don't.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Reed wrestling ahead. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Raiders nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
13, Raiders nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
Down at the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Carr going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 44-yard
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
They run on first down with Jackson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At the 28-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down. It's Kelly trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game.
16. Raiders nothing.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jacobs now. There's some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back.
Carr's pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr again. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Yards to go.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Wilson on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
Raiders 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
First and 10.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Herbert to Gabriel, middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This time they stay on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Joe Reed returning. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Chargers take over first and 10. At their own.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll hand off here to Eckler. They'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pick up of 3. Brings
operating from the gun. Herbert, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
41-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Taylor Gabriel.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 30.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards, the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Chargers.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
On the coverage.
Throwing again. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Carr now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders get a score closer. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will make it into the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On the pickup.
From the gun, Herbert. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They got Colton Miller that time, the first-round pick from 2018. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
8-yard gain brings up 2nd down. At the 40.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A 3-yard gain on
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Offense.
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So, operating from the gun, Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Maurice Hurst on the tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Eckler, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but then maybe coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Let's go! Come on now, let's do this like that. Make it happen. It's time.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
3rd down. Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Carr's pass intended for Darren Waller. Incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
For the Raiders.
Fair catch called for May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
On first down, Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Intended for Jalen Richard.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 40-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find Richard here underneath. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Derek Carr sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Carr. They'll find Williams on the slant.
Carr's pass.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
9 brings up 3rd down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
they'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Reed returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
47-yard line.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open man, it's Allen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
1st and 10.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Herbert's pass.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
4-yard loss.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
A 26-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good.
Kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Chargers 34, Raiders 17.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
He'll find his running back here, Richard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 30-yard line.
It's a screen to Richard. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. And pressure gets to him again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
At the 36-yard line. 4 yards.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
At the 36-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it with Eckler.
That's good for a Chargers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the carry is Kelly. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Chargers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be